right, guys. Good morning, everybody. Check this with startuptrading.com. It is last day of the month here, and quite a gap down. Monday, 31st, about an hour into the bell. I literally just loaded my computers and everything. I mean, on Mondays, as you guys probably know if you've been here, well, when we have huge gap downs, and some days I just don't even trade the first hour. I just don't even bother looking at the market. I don't want to be tempted. I don't care. I just kind of let it play out, look at it on my phone, just because the moves they're so wild. I mean, this 5-minute bar is 100, basically 80 points off the open. You could short into that for sure, but as far as like my style, I find myself, if I get to that get there and start screwing up early, it's not pretty for the rest of my day. So I like to be a little more patient and just loaded up my computer a little late here, and as soon as I did, I had my sequences up that carried over from Friday, and I just want to go over this first because it's happening right now. But basically, what was the 3:40 p.m. low, too low, traded in the overnight session, and then ran to its targets here this morning. The low is the negative 61 of that draw, and then we rallied up into the same anchor new low, 38% retracement. Now the 50 is 19,201 half, and everything below this setup is bearish. I do think we're going to complete this target. It's all the way down at 18,860, but that's what I have here. I didn't even get short. I got short like 20 points after the 38, because actually by the time I got to my desk we had already been trading it. But anyway, I am looking for this target here today at this point in time. And then, guys, just to back out on the daily, like what the daily targets were, we talked about them a little bit last week, but after we reacted on Wednesday, it has been an absolute destruction of price. In the downside higher time frame target, that I'll tell you right now, we're completing this target. Based on this reaction, the news cycle, whatever you want to say, we got that one touch instant trend fail, and then an absolute obliteration of a continuation, and it is going to this negative 23 down at 18,478, and most likely going through it. I'm not saying that's where we're going to bottom, but I am saying that is where we're going. And this morning we have already taken out those prior lows. So it's not a look below and fail here today. I'm eventually anticipating us maybe to bottom out around 17,700 at this point in time, and that is an extension we've previously seen. It's also the lows here of the last year. And remember that last year we were up, let's see, I don't even remember what percent, but it was like 20 something from the close to like roughly 26%, it looks like, last year. And for us to get a 20% pullback from the all-time high, let me measure where that would actually be. 20%, this would be 20% is roughly around, like, looks like 18,000. Okay, that's a quote-unquote bear market. So just below the bear market territory is 17,700. That's where we're going. It's funny. Yesterday I went to one of my friends, his child's birthday party. He's a trader friend of mine, and he was talking about the market repeating the same pattern as the last time we had tariffs, and he was bullish. And I told him yesterday, I was like, we're going to 18,400. That's my next target, and that is where we're going right now. And we're going to sweep this liquidity. So this volatility is extreme volatility. These moves are huge, and we'll see. So now that we've traded this extension, as far as maybe looking to get into the trend, I'd like to see this develop for like another 25 minutes. But I mean, you'd be lucky to get a halfway back short from this high. But any halfway back short from this point in time, from the 10:05 a.m. high to low, in my opinion, should be sold into until it fails, and with the anticipation that we are going to complete today at least the 18,870 target. Yep, and that's what I got for the NASDAQ. For the ES here, The downside target based on last week's entry into the trend, we had I believe, was it the full halfway back short? I forgot. Look, unbelievable. We had the full halfway back short, yeah. And that downside target, and I said it last week, I was like, I have not seen a target to the downside this big since COVID. And that downside target is 53.54. Okay, 53.54 is that downside target. The ES has not gotten through its lows of the year yet. I haven't even analyzed the ES yet today personally, because as soon as I got to my desk, I saw that Nasdaq was trading and sold it, and then jumped on with you guys. But the swing low looks like from the what is that, right past lunch, the 135 low to low. And that is what traded here this morning. And that downside target is going to be sorry about the dog barking. I don't know if you guys can hear, but I am dog sitting for my brother. 55.13 half. Okay, and it is just nothing. There's no bulls. I mean, you can counter trend trade this because the ranges are so big, but at the end of the day, guys, very clearly, is this going to go lower at this point in time? Very rarely is the market clear. Yes, we're going lower. Like, clearly we're going lower. But we're going lower inside of these extensions. Now, we can swing up and maybe jam up at the 19,200 extension, but higher time frame, we're going to those targets. So I'll share these levels with you guys in the room, and then I'm going to jump on the Discord, and we'll take it from there. Take care.